Time for another edition now of Be the Expert, brought to you by Hartford HealthCare. Today, Dr. James Cardon is going to give us an update on COVID vaccines in the state. How many vaccines has Hartford HealthCare distributed so far?
First doses as of this morning, 58,500. Second doses obviously tied first. We're at about 18,650 of the second dose appointments that have come through.
What's the strategy behind distribution, and how do you determine which locations get any number of vaccines?
Or what we've done is opened up regional sites really across the state and ensure we're looking at scheduled appointments. So we manage the schedules by how much vaccine we anticipate getting in, and we can flex those quite a bit, and then look at the demand. Are we filling up, for example, in Hartford, but have capacity in another place, and we will then sort of distribute the vaccine depending on how those schedules fill out. Now, schedules have been pretty full with the number of folks that are looking for vaccine, and our biggest rate limiting step is the number of vaccines we're getting from the state.
Now, I know that Connecticut has experienced some shortages of the vaccine. Are any more expected in the near future?
Don't anticipate we'll have to cancel appointments, but that doesn't mean we couldn't administer a whole lot more vaccine than we're getting. So what we've done is we try to anticipate, again, closely working with the state, how many vaccines we're going to get. We build out schedules for that over the next 2 to 3 weeks, and then we can pivot if we need to. If we get more vaccine in, we open up more schedules. And that way we've been able to avoid needing to cancel. We'll see. It does depend on how this plays out, but so far we've been able to manage that pretty effectively. And our hope is that we never have to cancel anybody. That's just a big disappointment.
Talk to us about the vaccines that are on deck. When might we see the Johnson & Johnson and AstraZeneca vaccines?
The Johnson & Johnson is going before the FDA at the end of February. So depending on whether that gets approved for emergency use, we'll probably see that to follow. I would imagine sometimes in March, April timeframe. The AstraZeneca, I've not seen any time for when it's coming through the FDA, so that one remains unknown. Both of those, certainly the Johnson & Johnson has some real upside to them. Is certainly the logistics of refrigeration are less complicated. And right now it's a single dose, which simplifies the administration and the follow-up necessary as we're managing these 2-dose regimens. But we still have a lot of work to do around maintaining the social distancing, mask wearing, hand washing, no congregating to really keep us safe. We've seen some positive trends in terms of our reduction in COVID positive and hospitalizations. That's a real credit to, I have no doubt, vaccine playing some role, but also people just being patient. So I always ask people to just remind everybody to be diligent now. This is a very vulnerable time. It'd be a great time to make sure everybody's aware of what they need to do.
For more information, visit hartfordhealthcare.org/corona.